Welcome everybody to another episode of the Sharky Show, where each week I will bring to you different things about different topics, even an odd review. I hope everyone having a great day. I hope everyone had a great week, and I hope everyone's doing well. I do apologise for not doing any videos for a while. I been very busy at the gym, and when you get to the gym and stuff like that, you forget to do everything and anything. So on today's video, I'll be talking about the recent news that came out about Kurt Cobain. 32 years ago, he died by suicide, so they said, if I've done my maths right. They said that he died by suicide. The past couple of weeks, or past couple of days, articles were coming out saying that Kurt Cobain's death may be a homicide with the new forensics new forensic team that looked into it. It makes sense. Everybody been saying for years that it was homicide. Everybody was saying for years that he couldn't have done it. He couldn't have killed himself. It just doesn't make sense. It's the way that the gunshot wound was. It just wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't be possible. Now, this takes me on to Chris Benoit. Why? Because people have been saying for years that Chris Benoit is guilty of murder-suicide, meaning he killed his wife, Nancy, his son, Daniel. He did it himself. People still think that he did it, but I don't think he did. I really don't. Let me explain why. Apparently, so they say, this is how he did it. He killed his wife on a Friday, killed his son on a Saturday, killed himself on a Sunday, right? Now, if I'm no expert, okay? I'm no expert, but this is what I think. If someone was going to do murder-suicide, they wouldn't do it in different days. Let me explain why. So say, for example, Bob Jones killed his wife, Katie, for example, on a Friday. Saturday, he would have killed his daughter or son, and then himself on a Sunday, right? Now, if someone was going to do that in 3 stages, when they killed their wife, by the next day they will think, shit, what have I done, right? Even if they killed their partner on a Friday, their children on a Saturday, by the Sunday, they would again think, fuck, shit, what have I done? You get where I'm coming from? So, with the Chris Benoit thing, no, I don't think he did it. I don't think he killed his wife on a Friday, killed his son on a Saturday, killed himself on a Sunday. I think, and always will think and believe, that family was murdered. Too many things don't make sense. Example number 1, they say that there was alcohol in his system when he died. Chris Benoit wasn't really a drinker. On a documentary that I watched, it's called Autopsy: The Last Hours Of, and it tells the story of different celebrities who died and what they were doing hours up to their death, right? On the Chris Benoit one, they said that there was no alcohol in his system, but yet they said when he died that there was. How did that make sense? They said that they found beer cans around the house, and one minute they saying that there was alcohol in his system, next minute they saying that there wasn't. Does that make sense? No. Another thing that they said when he died, that there was drugs in his system. Well, Chris Benoit never used drugs, so why would there be drugs in his system if he never used drugs? Doesn't make sense. I believe that family was murdered because he had too much going for him, and he loved his son. He adored his son just as much he adored his wife. And saying that he killed his wife on a Friday, his son on a Saturday, then himself on a Sunday, just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Because surely, after 24 hours, the body starts to smell when someone dies. And then you got the phone call. Oh, yes, there was the phone call. Chris Benoit and Chavo Guerrero. There was a phone call between them two. Chris Benoit was on the phone to Chavo. They were talking. Chris Benoit's door went. Chris said to Chavo, I'll be right back, my door went. Chris Benoit gone and answered the door. There was a scruffle in the background. Chavo Guerrero said it. He heard a scruffle in the background. Then all of a sudden, Chris Benoit came back to the phone, picked up the phone and said, I gotta go, I love you, brother. And then the next minute, by the Monday, Nancy, Daniel, Chris Benoit all died. And they're saying that Nancy died on a Friday, Daniel died on a Saturday, and Chris Benoit killed himself on a Sunday. Does any of that make sense? It doesn't, does it? And then many years later, right, you had the Vince McMahon thing going, where Vince McMahon was trafficking and all that lot, sexual assaulting and all that, all that bizarre. Do you want to know what my theory is? I believe that Chris Benoit found out. He knew what Vince McMahon was doing, and he was going to expose Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon didn't want that to happen. And we all know how rich and how powerful that man was back then, don't we? So you know what I believe he did? I believe that Vince McMahon hired someone to take out the family. Because I think Chris Benoit spoke to Nancy. So Nancy knew, because Nancy was part of the WWE many years before even I was watching it. Right? So I believe that Chris Benoit told Nancy, so Vince McMahon hired someone to take out the family. That's what I believe. Now, what this got to do with Kurt Cobain, I bet you're thinking right now, aren't you? If Kurt Cobain's suicide after 32 years come out as a homicide, it's just a matter of time that Chris Benoit, Nancy Daniels' death will come out as homicide. And when that day comes, everyone who thought that he did it, you better be doing an apology video. Because I've been saying for years he didn't do it. He couldn't have done it. So it's just a matter of time where the truth about Chris Benoit's death will come out. Just like after 32 years, Kurt Cobain's death came out that it could be a homicide. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You could kill somebody in the 1950s, right? The truth will eventually come out. You could kill somebody in 1980. Truth will eventually come out. So, if you enjoyed this episode of The Sharky Show where I was talking about Kurt Cobain and Chris Benoit, then let me know. Leave a comment. And if you think that you agree with me, leave down a comment. If you have your own opinion again, leave down a comment. With that being said, I hope everyone have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one. And remember, if you're having a bad day, there's always that one person who got their arm bitten by the sharks.